Okay, here we are inside today. Why are we inside? Because if I'm out on the porch, a rainstorm on a tin roof is pretty loud. So here I am. So here's my kitchen chair. Here's my weights ready to go so that I can pick them up and put them down. So they're right here. So arrange yourself so that you can get to your weights. You can stand up, move around, and we're going to use a little bit of banding today too. Forgot to tell you that, Chrissy. So I'm going to say this again. When you get these bands, depending on what you're going to use them for, I like to take them with me on vacation. This is medium resistance. This is more light. But these are extra long. The medium ones are about like that. So these are extra long and they're easier to handle. Okay. So as I'm moving around, I'm going to put, you can either use the medium one, this one, or the light one to get warmed up. So I got my gloves on and we're just going to take a step forward, a step sideways, bring it in, and a step back, okay? And then we're gonna go back to neutral and we're gonna alternate. So instead of just walking, which is fine, we're gonna warm up some specific muscles. And we may even put this on our legs to get warmed up. So here I am, and I'm just gonna go like that. See that? So as I go like this, I'm going to go to the other leg. I'm going to step forward, bend the back knee, drop my shoulders. I'm going to come back in, get lined up. I'm going to pull apart gently, not a lot, because I'm warming up. And I'm going to come back in. And then I'm going to step backwards. Okay? And then you adjust anything you need to, like for instance, I'm going to move my chair back just a little bit, okay? So here I am again. Here's my band. I'm going to put pressure. I'm not really going to pull. Hi, everybody coming on. Get your bands. You can get a light band or a medium band, whichever you like. And we're going to just do a combination of step throughs, I call them, okay? So whenever I step through here, here's the deal. I'm going to keep my heel down. Then I'm going to go to the side, and then I'm going to go to the back. Step back, get my heel down. Then I'm going to come back in, okay? So again, here's the band, and I'm just barely going to hold it taut. See, if I pulled it, it would be more like, really, and I don't want to do that. I just want to engage my upper shoulder back muscles. Tighten, 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 okay? And put your elbows at your waist. Correct your wrist so they're not doing this, see? So they're neutral. So here I go. I'm going to step forward. So my heel is down and back, and my knee is slightly bent. Then I'm going to come back. I'm going to drop my shoulders. I'm going to step to the side. I'm going to bend this knee. See that? Bend that knee. Come back. Then I'm going to step back and drop into my heel while I keep this band just taut. Then I'm going to go to the other side. Okay? So this little step through that I call it, so here I go. Now I'm going to the other side. Make sure your shoulders are not coming up. Come back. Okay, tighten. Then I'm going to go to the side. Not a lot, but a little. And whenever I dip, I hip hinge. So I'm basically doing a side lunge with a little bit of a hip hinge, which prepares me for squatting that we're going to be doing. So I stepped back My heel is on the ground and my knee is bending down. Yeah, this is gonna wake up your soleus. I'm gonna go one more time on this side and this side, okay? Release, bring those arms right here. Don't pull. This is just a measured way to bring those elbows up. See that? Drop your shoulders. See how your shoulder joint is working. See that? See how I'm gonna go like this, and I'm not gonna pull. I'm not pulling. I'm keeping it taut. There's a big, huge difference, okay? So here we go. Pick whichever way you want, because we're gonna do one more time on both sides on my little walkthroughs. I call this a walkthrough instead of a walk. So here I am. This is taut. See, I'm not pulling. Drop your shoulders, and you're gonna step forward, and you're gonna bend your back knee down. You're gonna get your heel, keep your heel on the floor, and then you're gonna come back. Okay, the same leg. Check your elbows. So what I'd be doing is checking your elbows, checking your shoulders. Make sure you're not pulling hard. Step to the side, sink into that step. Then you come back. Check your elbows again, step back, and go into the heel. Take a big deep breath and come back. Then we're gonna switch, all right? So I'm gonna step through, keep my heel down, okay, in back, and keep my knee going down. That's gonna sink you into waking up, not only your calf, but your soleus, because this is what's called a dynamic stretch, which is my preferred way to move. Then I'm gonna step to the side, and when you step to the side, that's the leg you sink into. Drop your shoulders, your wrists are neutral, okay? I'm keeping them right here. I just wanted to show you that. And you want to go down into your leg there enough that you feel a little stretch. Then step back, and you're high, you guys, coming on. Get your band, get your weights. Yeah, we're going through it. Bend the back knee. Okay, once you put your leg back, then you bend your knee. Okay, drop your shoulders so you keep a constant, gentle pull right here. That's the whole thing with this band. Okay, and then you come back up. Okay, now we're going to pull a little different move. I'm not going to be on my pad right now, my little stepping pad. I'm on a carpet, so I'm going to just step behind my front leg there. See that? Now, look around you. Make sure you're not going to step on anything. Drop your shoulders. Okay, I think I have to go back here just a bit. I may move my weights here in just a minute. So I'm standing right here. I already did the walkthroughs, the front, the side, the back, okay? That's a huge prep for hips, backs, everything. And then look what I did. I'm stepping behind, and I'm gonna go to the side, okay? With my hands. So when I go to the side with my band, and I've stepped behind my front leg, that's when I'm gonna take the outside hand and make a fist. And you can either put your thumb, you can catch your thumb there, or you can grip it. Whichever way is fine with me. Drop your shoulders though, okay? And then you come back in, okay? Here we go. Now I'm gonna go the other way. So I'm gonna step behind, just like that. And I'm gonna go this way, okay? Keep your shoulders down, and then come back. And then step behind. See that? Sink into that back foot, and then go across with your hand and pull out to the side. A lot of pressure. Yeah, a lot of pressure on your shoulder in a good way. then you're gonna come back right here. You're gonna do it one more time. You're gonna step across and behind. And then you go across and then go out like a bow and arrow, something like that. Hi, you guys, come on. It's a rainy day here in Tennessee. I had to move inside because rain on a tin roof is very loud. And then I'm going to come back. So we did a dynamic warm up, a dynamic stretch. We did walkthroughs to begin with. And some of you came on just a little late, and that's fine. We're just going to recap. So it's a step through, keep your heel down. A lot of people don't want to keep their heel down. Don't pull on this thing, just keep it taut. Then come back and step to the side. You're going to sink into this leg right here. Honestly, if you just get this move in your brain, pull this one up. I'm going to try to figure out how to load it. Then step back and just do this walkthrough, engaging your upper body as we are doing right now. Okay, so I'm just recapping. Now we're going to go to the other leg. So I'm just going to step forward like I'm going to take a walk. I'm going to bend the back knee, but I'm going to keep my heel down. That is key for people that have had issues with Achilles, with plantar fasciitis, with calves. Come back up, elbows in, step to the side, sink right into there. See, keep these hands taut. And then come back, and then last step back on the recap. See how I'm coming back here, and I'm bending the back knee. But what is on the floor? Everybody should be screaming, your heel. Yes, and this is just gently taut. It's just engaging. It's not actively pulling. It's just engaged, okay? Take a big deep breath, then we step behind. So all these steps that I'm taking you through with the compound move of the upper body, which is what we're doing right now. So I'm right here. My knees are soft. A lot of people want to lock their legs when they go into this move especially. As a matter of fact, this move could like get you off balance. So always have a chair where you can hang on. See how I did that? Yeah, take a breath. Then I'm going to step forward, come back, step forward, come back. So this is a swing through, okay? So I'm going to go side, come back, tight tummy, yes? Everybody's supposed to say yes. Side, drop your shoulders, just like this, and come back and go turn, back, and turn. So you're going across with your shoulders down and step across. And the first thing I would look at on these moves where you're stepping across your midline is what's the position of your foot? Yeah, I want them pretty much straight forward. So I'm going to do these moves because these moves are such good moves to prep your hips for doing things like squats, for doing things like sit to stands, for doing things like mobility, hip flexions and extensions that we're going to do here in just a minute. See how I'm doing this? Yeah, I'm not sitting on a stretch. I'm moving through a stretch. That's a dynamic way to warm up. No static holds, for instance. Okay. Now step wide, okay? Here's my chair right here. Now you can get your chair under your butt if you want to. In fact, I'll just do it like this so you'll see what I'm doing, okay? I'm gonna step really wide. That's the point. I still got my little band here because as I hip hinge and I act like I'm gonna sit, I'm doing a high sit to stand. Okay, I'm not going all the way down yet. But as I do that, I'm going to just pull that elbow right back into my waist. Okay, so Stay low, don't come up here. Stay low with your arms, drop your shoulders, tight tummy, wide, okay? And here's my trainer's tip on this move. Depending on the shoe that you have on, it's quite easy to overturn or pronate and get way out on the side of your foot. Try to keep your all four corners on the ground. So I'm going to go right here, and then I'm going to come back up. So if you're quite comfortable with coming into a high hip hinge, it's not exactly a sit-to-stand yet, then once you have done that, and we're doing this repeated, that's when I'm going to start doing the pulling. Pulling. Here we go. Breath in through the nose, out through the nose. So as you're coming down, you're just pulling the elbow right back to the side of your waist. And you drop your chin. So stay into your heels. And then flatten into the front part of the feet when you're standing up. Big breath. Hip hinge. Keep your chin tucked. Breath and exhale. Breath right now. Exhale as you come up. Big breaths. Stay into your heels. Stay into your heels. Big breaths. In through the nose. Drop your shoulders. Okay, two more. We're doing good. Okay, one more. Yes. Okay, bring your little band. Bring your feet in. Okay. Your little band. It's going to go right across the clavicle bone. Not up here, right here. See that? You can't do that unless you pull your shoulder blades in. It won't work. Okay? And you, on this one, depending on whatever you've got going on with your shoulder, you could use your yellow one if you get more of a pull that way. Either one. But the elbows are down. Number one. We're going to pull and squeeze the shoulder blades together. That go down and in. See that? So down and in. So as you do that, we're going to be doing toe presses. So what does that mean? If you press your toe, your heels have to lift. And you're doing this pull with those bands that you guys picked up from me. See this? Watch your wrist. Don't let them turn in. They got to stay neutral. Because why? If your wrists don't stay neutral, you are not going to get the shoulders pulling in. Okay, see my heels are up now. I don't know if you can see my heels. See, I'm in my toe and it's going to rock me all over the place. It's supposed to. Okay, so pull, and you can make it here. You can make it here. You can make it here. Just keep your wrists neutral and pull those shoulder blades in while you lift your heels. So it's a pull, 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 pull. Yes, keep those shoulder blades in. Breath, breath. Keep your chin tucked, 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 tucked. Keep going. Tucked, pull. Yeah, keep the shoulder blades down and pull them in. Yeah, you're bringing your heels up and up and up. Just two more. Up and up. Okay, that was only one set. And I know you loved it because you should have been feeling it right here. Yes, and then your shoulder blades. Take a big deep breath. Now, I'm going to put this band down, let it rest. We'll be picking it up again. Here's my weights right here. See that? Here's my chair right here. Okay? So now, I'm going to pick up kind of medium weight. So for me, instead of picking up a 6, I'm going to pick up a 9. Okay? So I'm going to pick up a 9. Because all I'm going to do right now. I've already woke up my shoulders. Here's my chair. I have 9 and 9. Now, I'm going to step wide, wider than my chair, drop my shoulders. I'm going to go ahead and sit down, but I have my weights right here, okay? So as I go into my sit down, I want to stay in control, and I want to really try to get my hips and my knees and my feet and my ankle working together to sit me down, okay, with control. So here's my 9s right here. Take a breath, drop your shoulders, and I'm going to lean in, and I'm going to push into my heels, okay? So as I come in, I'm just going to come right here and right here. See that? Then once I get there, I'm just going to do a little air punch. See this? See this? Right there. I don't go way up, but it's enough to get your core and your whole trunk working, okay? Ready? So I'm right here. I'm keeping my weights here. I'm coming down. I'm going into my heels, and I want a controlled landing. Now we're going to do several of these, okay? See, I said several. I didn't tell you an exact number. Are you ready? So you're going to bring the weights here. I'm going to have lift off, come here, bring it here, a little punch, all the way down. Here we go. Press, bring it up, little punch, all the way down. Make sure you're wide with your legs. Take a breath, drop your shoulders. As you start to stand, you exhale. Punch, back down. Breath, here we go. And a punch. Go all the way down and come back up and punch. Take a breath. Here we go. Punch. Take a breath. Drop your shoulders. Heels. Woo. Breath. Okay, 2 more. Here we go. Right there. Okay, 1 more. Here we go. Breath. Woo. Keep those medium weights right here. Okay. Now, we went all the way down to the chair. Now we're going to do some high, like pretend you're going to sit right here, but then you don't. See that? So this is our second step, but we're not going to go to the chair. We're going to go to a high bench, a pretend high bench. Breath, right there. Right there. Yes, take a breath, drop your shoulders, keep your chin down, squeeze your rear right now. Breath, and as you come up, you exhale, breath, and as you come up, you exhale, breath, and exhale. Stay with me, stay with me. Go into your heels, Drop that chin. You're doing excellent. Stay in the heels. This should be a challenging, a minimally challenging load, not super, super hard. Doable for several. Breath. 1 more. Yes. And we're down. Okay. Now, we're going to do a little interset. Are you ready for that? So I'm going to take my weights. I'm going to put them over here in my little tray. Okay. Move them over a little bit. I'm going to take my hands, give my hands a break. not literally. And I'm gonna go like this. And I'm gonna lead a choir. So, as I get ready to come up on this move, I don't want any jerking. So, now we've done a bunch of sit to stands with weights. Now we're our body weight. So go wide with your legs, hip hinge in, keep your chin tucked, and we're gonna go whoop, just like that. And then we're gonna come down. And we're gonna try to do this extremely in control. So don't just plop down. I want you to stay in control the whole way down. Ready? Here we go. See that? Breathe in. Okay, get ready. Exhale. See how I'm pulling my elbows back? So you lead the choir. Go into your heels. Pull the elbows back. Come back down. Breath. Pull those elbows back. Come back down. With control. Here we go. Let's do 3 more so you can get that in your head. Here we go, up, pull back, back down. Make sure you hit your seat. Breath, exhale. Woo. Exhale, inhale. Don't get too confused with that. Just breathe, okay? And try to do it through your nose. Really try to go through your nose. What did I say? 3? Well, okay, let's just do 1 more. That always makes Kathy crazy. Okay, bring it back down. Yeah. Breath. How's everybody feeling? Pretty good? I hope so. Okay. Now then, we're just standing here. We're going to take a little break. When we pick up our weights, I want you to get in your head that you're going to pick up pretty heavy. So what am I doing? I'm doing a swing through. See this? This is a swing through. Okay. Some people might call it a swing step. Switch, step through, scissor. Okay. Single leg press. So come through and come back. And come through. Drop your shoulders, come back. Keep your stomach super tight and come back. And watch the way you're pressing with your foot. Breath in through the nose, out through the nose. Big breath. So you're putting pressure on one leg, stepping through. Excellent. And that's a good one right there. Then I'm going to approach my chair this way. Okay, and if I have a lower rung, always use a lower rung if going up high is a problem. Okay, so we're going to do these 1 and 2 and right now. Okay, so no weights, tight tummy, drop your shoulder. When you put your feet down in front of the chair, make sure that you're at least shoulder width. Don't stand too narrow. And when I shift, see, I'm into this whole leg, hip, everything. Get prepped and ready to move that leg up and down. We've done this before, but it is really easy when you're doing this high of a lift. See, my hip is at 90 degrees to get off. So I'm saying some people, I would not even have them do this unless they were at a counter, a wall, have their bar that their pole. So just realize if you do this very slowly and shift and you have control on the lift, you can get off, okay? Because you're holding, you're making yourself, for just a split second, you're making yourself hold balance. So it's a big breath. breath, 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 breath. And if you're not careful, here's what you're gonna have a tendency to do. That's why I keep hammering on you to slow it down. Because you come here and you do this. So you turn your foot to get it up there. So that's a cheater move. You want to come straight up, drop it down, okay? At least give me 3 of those. Shift, come straight up, and drop it down. So this is where when you have an ankle that doesn't work properly, let's say you have neuropathy, let's say you have a dropped foot, this kind of move becomes a big deal because you have to get into dorsiflexion. See that? And bring it up. This is such a good work. I can't even, I know, everybody, oh, that's so boring. Well, you know what? Brushing your teeth is boring. Eating good food every single day might be boring, okay? So just determine that you're going to get to where you can do this move without cheating, without turning your foot out, staying on balance, hesitating, 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 down. See that? That's a big difference than just swinging through the thing. So shift, bring it up, 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 and down. You hesitate through the move. So that's the work in this particular movement drill. Okay, just 2 more. Here we go. Breath. Here we go. Breath. Okay, this is the last one, last one, last one. Here we go. Woo. Okay. Now you're gonna step wide in front of your chair. We're gonna take a little break on our legs. And we're gonna go to upper body core. Okie dokie. So here's my little chair. Those of you who were with me on Wednesday, see what I'm doing? We did this in the warm-up. We did this in the warm-up when we went side step and we sunk into one leg. See that? Sink. Here we go, sink. Here we go, sink. And those of you who are here were with me Wednesday, if you did every one of the hip lifts that I was trying to get you to do, you might be a little sore right back here. I'm just saying, because we did a full 30 of them. Okay, see how I'm pushing back into my heels? My ears are alongside my biceps. Don't drop your head excessively. Now, here's where it's going to come in a little different. Bring your shoulders over your wrists, bend your elbows toward you. Don't flare them, okay? I'm going to bend. I'm going to act like I'm going to go down to the floor with my knees, but I don't, okay? So I'm going to go right into this. I'm going to push right back. I'm going to bend those elbows. I'm going to keep my shoulders down. Here we go. And come back. Come all the way down with those knees, like you're going to go down to a kneeling, but you don't. This is excellent. If you have no way to do free weights, use your own body weight and just get in these positions so that you can really put a load through them, a positive load through your shoulders, through your deltoids. You're pressing down with those knees and then you come back, okay? Take a big deep breath right down there and then come back. Okay, now we're gonna step in and step in. And we're gonna come right down as far as we can and put our hands right to the back of the chair. Then I want you to push through your heels. You should not feel this in a bad way at all at your knees. It should be right above the knee. Okay, heels. Press. You want to press and drop. Just hang on to the back of the chair gently. Drop your chin, go into the heels, go into the heels. Breath. Breath. 2 more. 1 more. And then come up and come up. This right here should be burning, y'all. Right here. Yes, that's what I want. Step forward. We already practiced this. Step forward. Yep. Then step back. Step back. See that? Yeah, just turn. Then come back. Tight tummy. Step back. See that? So that very last one that I did, I may revisit that in a different form, but it was designed to really help you functionally strengthen right here where I'm showing you. Should not hurt your knees on this. Okay. Take a deep breath. Turn. Have a sit. And we're right here in our chairs. Oh my goodness. Okay. Now I'm going to reach down and I'm going to get a little heavier. Okay. So I'm going to turn down here and I'm going to get a 15 and a 15. That's just me. I'm going to do some upper body work. I'm going to do some incline work. I'm going to do some back arm work and back work. And then finally, I'm going to do the last sit to stand with heavy weight. Okay. So I'm just picking up 15. You need to pick up whatever you think is heavy. Okay. Okay. Get ready. Here's my weight right here. See that? I just put it right here. I'm going to lean in. Got my weight right here. Okie dokie. I'm going to sit to the front of the chair. Okay. I'm going to grab my weights in my palm, just like this. Now these should be heavy for you because as I lean in, I'm going to keep my back extended. I'm going to keep my chin tucked because when I release this and then this, you have to be ready for that kind of weight. Okay. So I'm leaned in. I'm going to bring it up and put them right there. Okay. And I'm going to take a lot of breaks because these are very heavy weights. Okay. And some of you would choose to not pick up quite so heavy, which is perfectly fine. Actually advisable if you have a lot of arthritis in your hands. You are gripping. You're going to get a break very regularly. Pick up as heavy as you can because I'm going to go like this and like this. I'm going to bring them down and then I'm going to pull. See that? I'm just going to pull. So it's a push-pull kind of a move. And it's done with a very heavy load. Okay? So this is all your carrying muscles. Carrying grandkids, carrying garden supplies, landscape supplies, carrying packages. You get the idea. So these need to be pretty heavy. So here's the deal. I'm hip hinging. See that? All I'm doing is letting the weights go down as far as they can. Then when I pull up, then I pull open. Those are dual moves that makes you bring into play a lot of muscles. So stay with me on these very functional moves, okay? Load as much as you can. Drop your shoulders, tighten your tummy. Bring it out, come down. Take a deep breath. I have a hound dog coming. Try to pick that thing up. Ollie, do you want to exercise with me? Ollie, come here. So I've got 15 and 15. My chin is tucked. I'm gonna bring these up. That's my pulling. Push them down. I'm gonna pull. Breath. Pull. And bring the shoulder blades in. Bring the shoulder blades in. Bring the shoulder blades in. So pull that sucker. Then you bring them in and you open. See that? So those are some of the same moves that you do as some classic weight training moves for back extensors. I've just modified them a little bit because I'm sitting, okay? Okay, here we go. You ready? Drop your shoulders. I'm gonna bring these right here as I come up. So I keep them here. Breath. You're gonna stand. So I'm gonna come right here. I'm gonna go right here. And then I'm gonna come here. See that? That's how you stand with a 30-pound weight load. And you don't hurt your shoulders. You don't hurt your back. You bring it right here. You come look at your chair. You come under. And here you go. Are you ready? We're ready to get up. Breath. Drop your shoulders. You come right in here. Put your elbows on your legs. Press. And come up. Yeah. Okay, bring these weights right up here. Right up here. So now I have my body weight and I have 30 extra pounds, right? Remember those heel lifts? That's what I'm doing. So, do you have to do these with weights on? No. If you had no weight and you were pressing your heels up off of a stair with your feet working, that would be great. But we don't think to do that. So now when you have weights on you and you're shifting, so you're shifting into your toe box, you're lifting your heels. Now instead of going back, try to stay in your toe and lift those heels repeatedly. Don't jerk. Now, you're doing this whole move, and many of you have not even contracted your butt. So you need to do that. So squeeze the gluteal as you lift your heels, just like that. Breath, breath, tight tummy, squeeze your butt. Yeah, stay with me. Yeah, this is against that heavier weight. Breath, 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 and breath. I'm gonna come up here. I'm gonna lean in, and I'm right here, okay? Then I'm just gonna go like this. See that? I'm gonna act like I'm gonna put my fingers in my pockets, just like that, okay? So this is a move, especially for forward shoulders, forward head. Tuck your chin. You have heavy weights. You're on all four corners of your feet. You have a wide stance, wide as shoulders. You pull, and you pull those shoulders down and in, and then you come back down, okay? Whole different animal when you're using pretty heavy weights. Bring it down. Here we go. Breath, exhale. Bring it down. Keep those elbows in. Do not flare your elbows. Drop your shoulders. You're on your heels. Breath. I should say you're on your heels, but you're on all four corners most of the time. Okay? I have a slight hip hinge here. Breath. Here we go. Pull. Breath. Here we go. Pull. Breath. Breath. One more, one more, one more. And back down. Okay? So I'm going to step into my chair area. I'm going to go wide. I'm gonna bring these right here onto my legs. Then I'm gonna carefully get myself down. Okay. Now I'm gonna put this very heavy weight back into my holster. Now I'm gonna capitalize on our arms at this point. There we go. Now I'm gonna calibrate the weights back, and I'm gonna go back to 9s, okay? Could I do 15? Sure, but I don't think that I could do a complete move. You know, I might do a short move, and I wanna do a complete move with some weight in my hands. So before I do that, I'm just gonna come right here, and if you have a chair with a shoulder, that's great. But if you don't, just put your hands right here, okay? And just push yourself like you're gonna get up. Yeah, this is gonna be different than our typical tricep presses. I'm gonna push, and I'm gonna act like I'm gonna get up, but I'm not. Now, while I'm doing this, I want you to not have leg involvement. I want you to have shoulder and tricep involvement. And see, you're not gonna come up very far. You're only gonna come up, you know, a couple inches. So you're right here. You're gonna act like you're gonna stand up with pushing yourself up with your arms. So that means you need to keep your arms in tight. Do not flare your elbows here, okay? So drop your shoulders, keep your elbows in, act like you're gonna get up, and now suspend yourself right there, and then do those little flicks. See those little tiny? So this is a little different than we normally are used to doing it. So I'm gonna come back down. So if some of you that are fun size are having a hard time with this, because you are fun size, you have short arms, then you're the person that might have to drop your butt down, but only an inch, and then sit back. See, I don't want you to hurt your shoulder. I want this to hit the backs of the arms. See that? So I can do it like this. Okay, and if you bend forward, anybody pretty much can do this. Okay, depending on how short or how fun-sized you are. Excuse me. Take a breath. I just want to get this involvement. Okay, so after I've done steps of that, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to pick up my 9 pounds again. Okay, so I went back in weight. So it needs to be weight that you can actually do these kinds of moves with. Okay, because that's what I'm going to be doing right now. All right, here we go. So I'm going to lean in just a little, right here, drop my shoulders, tuck my chin, and I'm just going to push back. See that? Then I'm going to squeeze the shoulder blades in like we've been doing all morning. Push back, squeeze, push back, squeeze, push back, squeeze. Yes, you should be feeling in those backs of those arms. Yes, yes, yes. Squeeze in. Breath. Okay, now we're going to stay back there. Stay right there. And just do a little tiny bend of the elbow. Then take it straight. See how I'm just pushing it straight? Keeping it back. Keeping my shoulders down. Breath. Woo. Breath. Push. Breath. Push. Go. 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 Just two more. Just two more. Just two more. Stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. Okay. And bring it back. Put those weights in. Just like that. Yay. Open those hands. Big open. Go like this. Keep it under the clavicle. Okay, don't go way up here. Stay down, then reach. Keep that shoulder down, okay? Do the other one, down, reach across, breath, drop your shoulder again, keep reaching. Yeah. Then take your hands and put them right back here behind your head and open those elbows. See that? But look at where the ear is. You want the ear to be over the shoulder. So that's your challenge. When you're doing this move or when you're walking around today, take a moment and just do, push your chin down and it'll go in and down, okay? Big breath, drop your shoulders. Now you're pushing back on your head. On the back of your head, you're pushing into your fingertips with your chin tucked, and you're pushing forward with your fingers. Breath, 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 correct? Breath, breath, breath. Then release. Bring it down. Shake out. Yeah. Big breath. Yeah, I was going to be outside, so I wore my long sleeves today. It's warm. Guess I should put on a fan somewhere. Okay. Take a big deep breath. Stand up out of that chair, just like that. Now we're going to do a little gymnastics here. Okay. So what do I mean by that? You know how we approached this chair and we went up like this? Remember that? Yeah? Well, this time I want to step forward and I want to put that bottom of my foot at the chair seat and then come back down. See that? Now, here's my suggestion. I'm looking for a broom somewhere. Let me go get this. Just a second. So I didn't get my little pole ready. I'll use this. This is one of those reacher things. It's just a point of balance, okay? I would rather you have this so that you can put your hand on a counter, a bed, a chair, a desk. You get it. But if you have your pole, you put that here just because when you go to put your foot here, if you catch it on there, yeah, I'm just trying to help be safety first here. That's all. Okay. So now I'm going to go to the other one. So this is the one, see, that I tend to over lean on. Yeah, because I have the weak muscles that I need to hit in that hip replacement. So as I go like this leg is much easier for me. This leg is going to be harder to stay upright. See how I'm pushing this back here? Here's what I want you guys that are with me today to hear. You're going to see a move like this a lot of different times, and they go and they put their whole foot up on there. I don't want you to do that. It's it will catch you quicker than you think and throw you. You will get off balance, and then you get your foot stuck and you can't get your foot down. So just put the bottom of the foot right there. See that? Say rib cage up and just press, press, press. Bring it down. Switch, tighten, drop your shoulders. You're going to go push, 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 push. See that? Yes, that's what you want to do. And it will get these hamstrings going. And it's a different way to balance. It's an excellent move, but you got to be safe when you do it. Okay, I'm going to turn this chair around. I am going to stretch my hamstrings. And I'm going to put my toe just like this. See that? So this is what's very difficult for anybody that's having ankle problems. It's hard to pull your toe up. When you can't pull your toe up, then This move you have to do by an assistive device. So what you would do is you would put a band or a belt around your toe. I'm switching. See how I'm switching? I'm going to push my butt back. I'm going to pull that toe in. So I could pull the toe in. I could do it seated or standing. Okay? So I'm pulling that toe in toward my shin there. And I could do the very same thing seated. And I could put a belt around my toe and give it a pull. So why would I do that? Because if I couldn't do it on its own, you know, without an assist, then you want to keep addressing those muscles, ligaments, and tendons so that when you're ready to get up and go, the muscles and the flexibility is there, okay? So now, ended up, I'm gonna sit right down, okay? We did a lot of these. I'm gonna just drop my knee down just like that. See? Hang on the side of my chair. This time, I'm not gonna stand into it. I just wanna balance myself on the side of the chair. I wanna put my shoelaces on the floor. Then I lean back, okay? And I get a huge openness and a great assisted stretch right there. And then I come back, and it just helps to relieve tight hip flexors. And you can do it. You don't have to sit on it if you don't want to. You can do one, then the other, do it dynamically as we did for the warm up. Hang on to your chair here, drop the knee, go back. And it opens all this tightness right through here. Take a big deep breath. Woo! Yeah. And then come back. Good job. Shake out. Pendulums are always a good thing to do at the end or the beginning. You can come this way, you can come this way. Get those shoulders reset and work in line. Just like that. Switch legs if you want to. Then you go this way, this way, this way, this way. And you shake out. Yay. The kids were being very quiet. Okay.
Yes, they're being very good right now.